Hi, it's Stephen here from Son of a Nation Wave, and this is day 11 of the April daily draws. So as we close out the week and approach the weekend, let's see what message we get. And I'll be taking the first card from the Draircraft Tarot, followed by an oracle card from the Celtic Spirit Oracle. So let's choose our first card and get the reading underway. Okay, here we go. And today we will go there. And we have the Princess of Swords, or the Page of Swords. Interesting, isn't it? Because we've had the Page of Pentacles and the Page of Cups so far, looking at my list here for what's been drawn so far. And so this is the third page to come out, which is appropriate, is quite apt, because we're in that early stage of what we're doing. And so we would say we've had the Page of Pentacles, we've had the Page of Cups, now we've got the Page of Swords, or the Princess of Swords, but I'll call it the Page because that's the traditional name. And this is about our ideas and exploring ideas, exploring our thoughts about what we're doing. Could also be getting information. Could be we may need to be getting information, looking things up. Maybe what we need to do requires us to be aware of certain knowledge as well that we need to learn. Maybe we're missing some information that we're going to need. So we need to think about, well, what do I need to know? What kind of things do I need to be aware of around the subject of what it is I'm doing? And of course, that's going to be different for each of us because we'll all perhaps be involved in all kinds of different ventures and different ideas, and we've got different goals. But in order to reach those goals, what's the apparent information that I'm going to need? We may already be aware of some of the information, but maybe we need to look a bit further to perhaps become more aware of information around that same topic, because there's vital elements that perhaps we're not aware of yet, the information that we're going to find useful and appropriate for the task at hand. So we may be doing internet searches, we may be reading books, we may be talking to other people, because don't forget, we can learn from other people if we choose the right people that perhaps know something about this area. There's various sources we can get this information. And as we're perhaps looking into it, maybe we think, well, I want to research this aspect of it. And then when we're researching that, another issue that we hadn't even thought of may come to light through our information gathering. And we may go, oh, I never thought about that, considered that aspect of it. And then we'll have some more information we need to take on board about a subject that we didn't necessarily connect with what we're doing. But once we've started, we can pick up all kinds of things. So I think what this card is saying, that if we get the best information and the most information that's relevant to what we're doing that we can, to be prepared and informed, and also to be open to be pick up new things as we progress. We may have a certain amount of information that gets us started, but maybe along the way some other issue crops up that we need to gain information about. in order for us to proceed further. So, although it's mainly to do with the discovery and the learning about what we need to do to begin, this page of Swords moment, it's also possible to have a page of Swords moment even when we're further down the process, because new things may come to light that we need to learn about as we're progressing. So be ready for that too. But this is about, perhaps we need to get more information. Maybe we're not yet. This card is saying, get the information, do some research, get the facts, get the knowledge you need, so that you know, and get it from reliable sources. Because there's a lot of unreliable sources around, particularly if you're surfing the internet. Make sure you get it from reliable sources, and not just one source, but confirm it through several sources. There's that thing when you're doing doing a writing project, isn't there? When you're doing like a dissertation or an essay or something, and you're getting what do they call a source for your information, and you've got, I think you've got to get it from at least 2 or 3. I think it's 3 sources to confirm that you've not just put it from some obscure source that can't be trusted. So get the relevant information is what this card is saying. Okay, let's see which oracle card we get to go with that. The Maiden. Interesting. A lot of female energy in this deck, it seems. A lot of cards I've pulled so far from the oracle has been of the feminine feminine energy. No problem with that. Innocence, love, past. So we need to take our passion into what we're doing, in hand with the knowledge we need to act upon that passion. Innocence, maybe the innocence is that we're not aware. We've got a lot to learn. So we need to be in that learning phase. We're at the learning stage. So we don't necessarily know as much as we need to know. That's our innocence, as it were, as regarding the knowledge we need. The past, yes, there'll be knowledge we have gained, lessons we've learned from the past that we can take forward. So, taking all this into account, make sure that we're correct as best we can. Going back to that other reading where I said, as long as we do the best we can to be as equipped with the knowledge and experience and the wherewithal to be able to move forward, then we execute what our plans and live our passions and dreams, reaching for that goal that we want to fulfill. Okay, so that is today's message. I'll be back tomorrow as we start the weekend with day 12. Until then, thank you for listening. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you all again very soon. Okay, bye-bye.